Only through the aesthetic phenomenon of its highest individual specimens is the world eternally justified. Or, no matter how much humanity screws things up, it's worth putting up with so long as a few really awesome historical figures come out of it. Or, acres of ugly thorns are justified if they produce even just one beautiful rose. Or, Nietzsche cares about individuals, never crowds. He is more like a private therapist and never a political reformer. Everything in Nietzsche's writings can be explained or related back to this point. He is either commenting on how the masses screw things up, or on how to break away from said masses and blossom as a great individual. Although he did predict, or at least hoped, that eventually humanity would produce entire fields of individual roses instead of just 2 or 3 every millennia. But in any case, everything Nietzsche writes is still addressed intimately to the individual, never to the crowd, and he is writing on how the individual can deal with the hostile world in a more productive way and ultimately overcome it and take control of their life. Individual greatness is achieved by refining one's natural expression of the will to power. Or, truly awesome people take control of their own lives, not others. Or, everyone naturally seeks for power. It is the ultimate motive behind every action, but the most effective way to get power is power and control over yourself. We often think of power as controlling or influencing the actions of others, but Nietzsche used the term more generically to mean just force or energy, for instance, muscle power or electrical power. Nietzschean power is therefore more or less synonymous with the notion of freedom to act. For instance, an alcoholic cannot operate successfully without ingesting certain chemicals, and is therefore limited in the good things he can do. That is, in his freedom or power to act, his ability to act. A non-alcoholic, on the other hand, has no such dependency and therefore has greater freedom or power to act. Note also that the alcoholic originally took up drink because he was seeking for power over his situation, but this particular method of becoming an alcoholic only resulted in weakness and dependency. Thus, while all actions are motivated in some way by a desire for more freedom to act, or will to power, not all expressions of this desire or will are equally effective. Rather, there is a scale or hierarchy to them. More refined methods, such as the acquirement of knowledge and its use to cultivate good habits, provide far more power over yourself in the long run. The lifestyle of a great individual is pictured by the overman, one who continually overcomes obstacles in order to exercise and increase power. Or, awesome people never stop improving themselves. Or, awesome people never stop striving to be more awesome. Or, awesome people are kind of like muscles. They face a greater challenge, they tear themselves, and upon rebuilding that muscle, find themselves stronger and more capable. Such self-improvement comes by subjecting oneself to new burdens designed to train some aspect of oneself. Such burdens may be termed moralities, insofar as they are codified impositions with set rewards and punishments. Moralities are only valuable, Nietzsche says, insofar as they test one's strength, and are meant to be discarded as soon as they are completely mastered and overcome, just like a lower weight dumbbell is exchanged for a heavier one. Nietzsche regarded Christianity as one such morality which he felt was long overdue to be exchanged for something better. He believed that it had degenerated from a genuine stepping stone into a stumbling block against the development of more individual roses, by convincing people that carrying the same moral burden of self-abasement is an end in itself. The overman is powerful enough to make anything into art. Or, awesome people can see the bright side of everything. Or, awesome people love the good times and learn from the bad times. Or, awesome people live and think so that heaven is already happening for them. Nietzsche proposed a thought experiment, a famous one, that shows the mindset of an overman. If you discovered beyond doubt that your life is a finite series of events which you will live and have lived an infinite number of times over, that is, if you found out there is no afterlife, but only this life repeated over and over and over again with no deviation and no memory of your past lives whatsoever, just the very same song on repeat, would you completely lose your mind and hate everything? Or would you be living your life in such a way that you'd be overjoyed by this information? Nietzsche says that the overman is the latter. They are strong enough to affirm everything life has thrown at them, to consecrate all events in their life for their own benefit, to make all things beautiful for themselves, or to view it in a philosophical perspective that makes it beautiful. Such an individual, a sort of artist-philosopher, Nietzsche more fully names Dionysus, a name which he meant to represent the ingenuity required to affirm life completely. To help other individuals become such life artists is ultimately Nietzsche's philosophy in a nutshell. Dear viewer, thank you so much for listening. I hope you enjoyed this video and found it useful. If you would like to view more content like this in the future, please check out my Patreon page, linked here. Donations make it possible for me to continue producing content regularly and with greater care, and they also come with rewards and bonuses listed on the page. Either way, it really does mean the world to me. Thank you so much for watching, and I wish you the best.